Has everybody got the right access? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to start broadcast section as usual with Nia from PLP, and then Dan and Mike can pick up the rest. Okay.
Thank you, Max. Good morning, Nuno. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. Firstly, congratulations to you, as the Premier League have announced that you've won the March and June Premier League Manager of the Month awards. How pleased are you to receive the awards, and what thanks do you want to give to your members of staff?
We are pleased with the award, but as you know, the awards are for all the group, especially for the staff, the medical staff that allowed us to return safely in a good way. So we had a photo yesterday. They are our true heroes, because what they've done behind the scenes was huge for us, and that was what made possible to compete well in the return of the competition. So this award is for them.
Thank you. We'll start with some. How is Adama Traore, and is there any other injury concerns ahead of the match this weekend?
We have some issues. One of them is Adama, but we still have a training session of tomorrow to reassess and assess all the situations. Some knocks, normal things that happen in football. So let's wait for tomorrow to see how things are.
It was a disappointing late defeat to Sheffield United. How have the players responded in training in the last couple of days?
I think it was tough. To the last moment of the game. Was some concentration missing there, and the players realize, I think we are becoming a mature group. The squads, we know each other so well. We know what we have to do all the game, and something was clear in the last corner of the game. We have to be focused. We have to solve the situations that allowed us to finish the game in a proper way. Was not nice, was tough. As I always say, we need to react, and the players have reacted well. First of all, we have to be aware of what we didn't do so well. So recognizing your mistake is the best way for you to improve. This is what we want for the next one.
As you say, it's tough to lose in the last moments of the game, but you said after that match it was a tough period, but the team will raise the standards. How important is it now to bounce back straight away following 2 defeats and to get a positive results this weekend?
It's always important. It's not because of the previous games. It's always important that you have been able to sustain, and it's so hard. In football, it teaches us, everybody, that it's up and downs. It's the way that you react from your momentum not so good. This is what makes your character. This is what improves and builds the team. So what I expect for Sunday is a good game, and we have to compete in every moment.
You mentioned that momentum. You know, you faced Everton last time back in September, but your first game this season was July 25th. That's almost 12 months ago. How proud of you, of your players, that they've managed to keep going week in, week out, especially during this busy time, and maintaining that momentum and that spirit and that fighting spirit that's on the pitch.
Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Nothing can take away the good things that we've been doing. This year was, like you said, it started almost a year ago. Such a long season, and then the pandemic, everything is disrupted. We have to restart. We have to go again with all these circumstances. So very proud of the players. Very proud of the way the staff, the players, everybody. So this unity will be required, because what is in front of us is tougher and difficult challenges. We have 4 games to go. We still have the draw of the Europa League. We have so many things in front of us. So let's raise our standards and compete well. This is the main objective for Sunday.
We mentioned Traore a bit earlier, but him and Jimenez, they've got such a great scoring partnership. He's one of the best in the league. But in the last couple of days, that attacking prowess that you have, it's just kind of slightly dipped. What's the message then for those two, and to kind of get back to that attacking positive style that Wolves have shown this season?
Confidence. The talent is there, the knowledge is there, the complicity, society is there. We need confidence. And persistent and resilient to search and achieve things. Nothing has to change. Keep believing on the good things that you do. Try new solutions, because all the teams know each other so well that we are always trying to avoid. So we require new things, but not only Raul, Adama, everybody has to reinvent themselves even each game.
And then just looking ahead to this weekend and Carlo Ancelotti, I did a bit of research, and the last time you met was 2014-15 when you came up against Carlo as a manager. You were in charge of Valencia 1, you won at home and then you drew away. What do you like about Carlo as a manager?
So many things. I think, yes, Carlo has proven that he's one of the best around. All the titles that he's achieved all over. It's so many big clubs that he already managed. Big admiration for Carlo. And I hope that I can have a good conversation with him before and after the game, because he's an inspiration for all us young managers that want to proceed and want to improve. So big reference.
Talking about confidence with players, as you mentioned there, he seems to instill a lot of confidence in his players, especially with Richarlison, who has scored in your last 3 meetings against Everton. He's scored 4 times. How difficult is it then to defend against a player such as Richarlison and his talents?
It's difficult to defend against Everton because they have so much talent. We have to focus on everybody, all the aspects of Everton teams. We have to realize that it's not only Richarlison; they are full of talent players. So our approach is based on Everton as a team, not only individual players.
And just finally for me, a little look ahead towards the end of this season and that Europa League game that's coming so close, and it's to get the players back into the momentum of winning as you look to kind of restart your Europa League journey.
No, yeah, we have to go game by game. Of course, I think the best way to prepare our futures is that we do things well in the present. We have to improve, and we have space and opportunities to do so. So let's start Sunday and go game by game.
Thank you for your time, Nuno. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Margot?
Yes, please, Dan.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello, Dan.
Quick questions about Europe, really. First question is, how important is it that you can now play your second leg against Olympiacos at Molineux and not at a neutral ground?
It's important and it's fair. And it's a pity that we will not gonna have our fans there, but at least it's fair. So it will be a fair draw that we play our home game in Molineux.
And the second question about the Europa League, the draw was made this morning. You know your route. I just wondered what you thought of the draw that was made this morning for Wolves.
So many ifs. It can be this, can be that, can be so. It's not. I think it's very difficult for me to answer and make a proper evaluation because so many things can happen. So honestly, I don't even know how to say because I didn't think about it. I'm only focused now on Everton. I'm sorry.
But in the quarterfinals, it could be Sevilla, could be Roma, a semi-final against Manchester United. It shows the calibre of the club that you're now being talked with.
We are proud that we are involved. This says a lot about what we did. The the season before and how we did things, how we've been working with all these challenges involved in all these competitions, the small squads, all these things made us very, very proud, make us very proud. But let's see when it comes. Let's face it.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you, Dan.
Nuno, if I can add briefly, you can tell us how Pedro Neto's getting on. I know he wasn't available to obviously play the other day as he had the knock against Arsenal. Is he feeling better?
Yeah, he's better. He's better. He trained yesterday with the fitness coach. He was able to do some things. Let's see. We still have one day to assess all the players tomorrow.
I see. And Daniel Podence, of course, is also an option for you. Is there room for both of them to feature on the bench? Can you have them in together? There's a sort of a range of options for you.
There's space for all the options that we have, as long as they are available and fit. All the options are good. Daniel, Pedro, Diogo, Adama, Campana, Raul. We have as long as they are fit, ready, and prepared, they are good options for us.
And just briefly, you mentioned about the players and that confidence is all they need. Are they feeling robust? Obviously, the 2 defeats, nobody likes that. Are they picking themselves up? Do they feel good around in training when you're working with them the last day or two?
It must be. It's not the first time that we've been to something similar. It's not the first time. It's not the first time that we can see the goal in the last minute. Everybody knows how hard it is, but at the same time, what is required from us? What is required from us? So it's clear. It's clear. We have to react. We have to improve our game. We have to give the best of each one of us. So we've been able to compete against Everton. So I think it's a proof that is something that we know. Football is up and downs. Football it's making a mistake and reacted from it. Even during the game, action after action, this spirit that the players have. So I'm not at all concerned about that. The players are mature enough. We are a mature squad that know each other so well. So our line is clear. We have to improve our game. First of all, improve our game.
Right, that's grand. Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mark and Fraser, you're all happy with that to end the broadcast section, or have you got a question?
Just a quick question, if that's okay, Max.
Yeah.
Hi, Nuno. Mark here from ITV. You okay?
I'm okay, Mark. Thank you.
Brilliant. Just on the Europa League draw and with the remaining fixtures you have in the Premier League, I know you'll say there's no easy route, but is it the best route to Champions League football next year for you, the Europa League draw?
Honestly, Mark, I'm sorry to disappoint you if I don't answer the way you expect me to answer. We never did and will not do. Let's not look too far ahead. Doesn't make sense. It can only distract you. So we have 4 games to go, game by game. First Everton, then when August, we'll think about the Europa League and what we're gonna face. Everything is gonna be determined and how we arrive to that moment. So we want to arrive to the Europa League draw against Olympiacos as well. So let's play good until there.
And finally on that, it's strange to think by the time you'll be playing that second leg against Olympiacos, you'll have been in the competition over a year. Fairly unique situation. Could it be an advantage that you don't have to be thinking about the league at this latter stage of the Europa League competition as opposed to how a normal season would usually go?
There's no advantage at all for all the teams. I think all the teams have been forced to disrupt their process. Us a lot. We work in a model that we need the backups of the under-23s. We don't have them here. So the squad that we have becomes harder for the players to maintain all these things. So all the teams have suffered disruption. All the teams have to adapt and reinvent a new way in a new normal. So it's not advantage at all that this season has become so immensely long. It's over a year, so it's not advantage at all. If you ask me, everybody I think would rather have continued normally, and now we will hear talking about the new season. So all this disruption become very hard. So no advantage at all.
Okay, thank you, Nuno. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, let's leave the broadcast section there, guys. If